All the real treasure stories that we've been on or been lucky to hear of or be a part of, it all has that same theme, right?
Pretty much.
Ill-gotten gains, chased by the authorities, a need to safeguard it and then leave and never come back.
That's right.
And that's the genesis of almost every treasure story.
A lot of them.
I was thinking what we were looking for this year varied, but there were a couple direct searches for gold, which is always exciting. And it was kind of fun to kick things off basically with a search for gold with Captain Joe.
Oh, yeah. That story was really interesting because I had never heard of it. Had you heard of this guy before?
No, Ari?
I certainly had not.
Right, and that's really fun to learn these things. This Captain Ari was quite a character.
Yes.
This is Captain Joe's house.
All right. I think I see our crew.
Yeah, there's our crew.
When Marty was contacted early last year by Joe Ziga, a retired boat captain from Tampa, Florida, and given the opportunity to help recover more than $1 billion in buried gold, it was an offer that he and Matty Blake could not refuse.
The document that I have tells a little story about Captain Louis Ori went to the well to stash his treasure.
Yeah.
According to their research, Captain Joe and his friend Michael Gattuso believed that the treasure had been buried on a nearby beach in 1817 by Captain Louis Ori. Originally from Paris, France, Captain Ori helped lead numerous Central American revolutions against the Spanish before becoming one of the most successful privateers in the early 19th century, establishing a base of operations near Tampa, Florida. However, when the United States outlawed privateering, Ori was forced to flee, but not before reportedly burying 11 separate caches of gold on a beach near an ancient well.
You guys can start hammering away.
All right.
After recruiting archaeologist Dr. Aaron Taylor, who secured a permit for the search to proceed.
Right here, I'm actually getting a signal right here.
There it is. We have a well?
I think we have a well, gentlemen.
Marty, along with Matty, helped Joe and his team locate the old well and then obtain metal detection readings that indicated 11 different caches of gold were possibly buried on the beach just as Joe believed.
There's definitely something here.
Shall we be in?
Yes.
The team found several promising clues and artifacts, potentially dating to the early 19th century.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, I don't know what that is.
Hey, you guys got something?
That doesn't look naturally made. Looks like the bottom of a pot or something?
It's a chert. It's something First Nations would have used.
However, like many treasure hunters have experienced on Oak Island, each time the team's digs approached the target depths, ocean water rushed in, thwarting the chances for a major discovery.
Do you still believe the treasure's here?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes, I do. There's just too much out there that points to it.
Yeah.
If we were allowed to have a small backhoe in there, we would have gotten to that cache. I don't think this is the end of Captain Joe Ziga. This is only the beginning. It will continue on.
It's frustrating, exciting, exhilarating, but also frustrating because we kept getting that gold hit.
Yeah, well, there's similarities too. The sand and the water were coming in. No flood tunnel this time, but, you know, come on, we're digging right. The beach was just, like, right there.
Right.
And so the water, the deeper we got, the more, you know, sand sloughs in.
Not only just us, but Dan and Dunfield. I mean, Dunfield lost the big dig because of that.
Similar, yeah.
The cave-in pit was abandoned because of that. The South Shore pit was abandoned because of that. And those were real clues. Those were presented real opportunities to do what you were trying to do.
Right.
Locate something to be retrieved.
Right.
So, yes, it's happened here many times.
Yeah, you couldn't help but think of Oak Island watching that sand collapse in itself when the water came up as we're getting gold signatures. Impossible not to think of Oak Island.
It was exciting, you know, it'd be nice to have pulled out a, you know, nice little chest full of gold coins. And he had done his research. The story seemed plausible. And then, of course, the thing you admire so much, Rick, about all the treasure hunters is that you say to Captain Joe, are you done? Hell no, 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 no. I'm coming back. I'm going to get... He's supposedly trying to get different permits.
Yes.
He's trying to research the title. He wants to get in there with equipment.
According to his own admission when we talked to him last, it really validated him with state archaeologists and the local authorities there to continue his search. because he found something of great educational, historical value in that area, and that's awesome.
And was done properly because we furnished Dr. Taylor's
That's right.
expertise. And anyway, it was a real interesting story and a real interesting hunt, and it was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun. It's
really
fun to get a little dirty and do some work.
And then speaking of gold hits, then you went on an adventure without us.
Without us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but actually came up with some of the shiny stuff, right?
This was my top pocket find.
You have it with you?
I do. I mean, this is a small piece of gold, but I can't tell you
I can see it from here.
what it means to me and what it meant to me in the moment. And
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just incredible. The Fisher family were awesome. Father-son team again. And what they've uncovered is really, truly incredible. We always say it. We're showing up for 1, maybe 2 days.
Yeah.
I did not expect this moment.
Right, and that can't be the Lone Ranger. There's more of those.
Right.
Yeah. And the gentlemen in this case, Tim and Ross Fisher, they knew there was a history of gold mining in the area when
Yes.
they bought their piece of land, but they had no idea there was a complete ship dredge there as
right.
they uncovered it. It was, wow, 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 what did we buy here?
That's
So
right.
that's interesting, and that's the serendipity side of things too, I guess.
Incredible. Well, we made it. Nicolina, we're here. 2 New Englanders in the South.
Let's go.
All right.
Last year, in Nash County, North Carolina, Matty Blake and metal detection expert Nicolina Bohr seized a golden opportunity for rich discoveries with father and son treasure hunters Tim and Ross Fisher, who have been searching a gold dredge that they discovered on their property back in 2019.
You won't believe what you're gonna see just through those woods, man.
Holy moly.
That is incredible.
Come on down and check it out, guys.
The dredge, which was constructed in the early 1900s, is actually a ship that was designed to float in shallow water while scooping soil into compartments.
Check it out, guys. It's all very much Franken-sluice.
Just over a century later, Tim and Ross have created their own gold processing machine known as the Frankensluice, and a digging crane that they hope will help them discover untold millions in gold that they believe is still waiting to be found on the dredge and in old spoils piles that it produced long ago.
Well, I want to see some gold coming out of this.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Come on, baby.
Yes,
I know.
sirree.
Oh, how about this? What's that?
Where?
You think that's gold?
Yes,
No way!
Good job.
Matty and Nicolina made numerous incredible discoveries with Tim and Ross
Fire it up.
before having a portion of them processed in the Fisher's very own gold smelting plant.
Hold your hand out. Cool.
There you go.
The spirited and rewarding adventure culminated with special gifts from the Fishers, which Matty delivered to Rick and Marty back on Oak Island.
I see a bunch of gold in here. Jeez, didn't expect that.
It is some gold from our area, off the dredge.
Very cool.
I'm staying in touch with them, and when they start pulling out more gold and those chunks of gold, we'll know about it.
Okay, well, thanks for being our emissary on that.
And great people.
Oh, yeah, love them.
The best. Southern hospitality personified.